The RuJohn Foundation was founded in 2003 by siblings Andrew and Christina Batchelor.
We started it as a school project back in 2003, very small, just a couple friends who came down, gave some computer supplies to rural schools, and we just came back and it got bigger and bigger every year.
Since inception, we've done annual workshops, so this is actually our 14th year of workshops and different sports camps. So we have NFL players that come down, NBA players that come. We do empowerment sessions. We have actors workshops and music workshops.
One of the foundation's annual events involves a week of activities in Jamaica. The acting and music workshops have over the years featured many celebrities such as Raven Simone, Jaleel White, Jussie Smollett, Lance Gross, and Iman Crossan.
Hey everybody, my name is Iman Crossan. I'm also known as Alpha Cat Online, aka the Obama Guy, and I'm one of the coaches for the RuJohn Foundation. This is my 5th year with the RuJohn Foundation, and I became involved when Mrs. Batchelor invited me to come out and be a part of the program. It's been amazing being a part of the RuJohn Foundation, because to come out here and to, give back to the kids and just have fun and teach them acting and acting techniques, we have a blast every single year. I love it. When we come to Jamaica, we put on, specifically us, we put on an actors workshop, which involves a lot of, basic training for things like improvisation, which is a very necessary actor's skill set, or for an actor's skill set, is to have improvisation. So we do a lot of exercises to introduce the kids to what it takes to build your repertoire as an actor, your techniques, your skills. And so each year we just come, we do improv games, we do memory games, we do, sometimes we'll do fake auditions and things like that. So it's a list of things that we put together for the kids every single year.
This is called the name and activity exercise. It's an icebreaker. He's going to explain what it is.
What's up, everybody?
Hi.
That was weak sauce. What's up, everybody? Hey. There we go. Listen, we're going to start off by getting to know each other. We're going to all introduce ourselves, but we're not going to just introduce ourselves. We're going to also tell a little bit about ourselves. So I might say, hey, my name is Iman, and I like to be loud.
Yeah! I'm Nikita. I like to sing. I'm taking you home with me tonight.
My name's Janina, and I like to be wild. My name is Jillian, and I love warm hugs. So I'm Morgan, and I guess I like to do just about anything.
My name is Dave Storm, and I like to say, wait, what you want to do that for?
Today we went over some improv exercises, which is improvising and acting. And we do little simple things like taking an object and pretending it's something else, saying things that spark imagination. Things like that.
This is the creative bottle exercise. So what you do, you act out a scenario using this bottle. Everybody else has to guess what this bottle is. So mine is... It's quiet, it's quiet, it's quiet. It's not going to Golf.
I'm your basic average girl.
Yo, what's up, Ali?
Broom!
What did I guess you?
We have done a game called Zip Zap Zop that goes crazy every single year. It's a game of speed and focus. You have to clap and look a person in the eye and say zip, zap, or zop in that order. And if you mess up, you're out. So it gets highly competitive every year.
Zip, zap, zop. 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 Stop.
Sit.
Sat.
Stop.
Sit.
Stop.
Stop. Sat. Sit. You. Sat.
Stop. Sit. Stop. Stop. Sit. Stop.
Sit. Who's it to? Sat.
Stop.
Sit. Sat.
Stop.
Sit.
Stop.
Stop.
Sit.
Sat.
Stop. Sit. Stop. Stop. Sit.
Sat.
Stop.
Sit.
Stop.
Stop.
Sit.
Sat. Stop.
Sit.
Sat.
Stop. Sit. Stop. Sit.
Sat.
Sit.
Outside of coming here to Jamaica, back home in the States, we do all kinds of things like dodgeball tournaments, celebrity basketball games, baseball games, a lot of different things that contribute and add to the RuJohn Foundation for our charity efforts. I've seen a lot of growth over the years with the RuJohn Foundation and coming here. Not only just growth in the amount of kids that come and partake, but also a lot of kids that were so much younger have grown up and they're still here. You know, they keep coming back. And this is, I believe, my 5th year doing this. And it's just cool to come back and see familiar faces and lots of new ones every single time. I think overall what I like about Jamaica and doing the activities here is that the Jamaican culture is so beautiful. The people are beautiful, the energy, the attitudes, everything, everyone's so positive and happy. Like, it's just a very beautiful place to be, and not just visually, but just the spirit of the people here, the spirit of, the island. Like, it's just so positive and uplifting. Like, you never have a bad time here in Jamaica, ever. And then doing this is just so much fun. It just makes it even better. I will work with the RuJohn Foundation as long as I'm breathing, period. There's no reason not to. All of us as creatives that work in the entertainment industry or the sports industry or any industry that we come out, there's always new avenues to open up doors. Some years, one year we had a model come here and give modeling workshops. We have dancers that give dance workshops. Musicians come and give music workshops like we're doing again this year. So I think it's just, as we grow, whatever is needed or whatever can be helpful, we just add it to the roster and just bring it in.
One of the newest additions to the RuJohn Foundation team is actor Dexter Darden, who teamed up with Daystorm Power to conduct the music workshop.
So far, it's been absolutely incredible. When I was talking to King Batch about it, he was like, bro, I need you to come down. I need you to get with us, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. I said, so down. My grandfather on my dad's side had Jamaican roots, and so it was definitely something that I wanted to be a part of, and I love working with kids. I have a very philanthropic heart, so coming down here and working with these kids. I came down on my birthday, actually, and all the kids were so kind and so nice and so eager and ready to learn. And they sang happy birthday to me, and that was incredible. So this has just been an amazing experience so far. So we do everything. That's the great thing about the RuJohn Foundation. It's all in one. So day one, we do acting and singing workshops. Day two is basketball, football, baseball, dance, any field activities, and any movement activities. So we have professional basketball players and baseball players and football players. So, we have it all covered. If you need a specialist in any category, the RuJohn Foundation provides it.
It stains, it rains, it pains, until it all drains. In it, to win it,
Bring it on.
bring it on, world, my world. That's our song.
A lot of these kids are really talented. And that's what's so great about these workshops. People just come to express themselves, which is also incredible and fine. But, a lot of these kids have talent. Like, we were playing basketball with kids yesterday, and they were jumping up and dunking. And, we had girls who could really sing and boys who could really dance. So the diversity in the cultures and the people, it's incredible. And the food, the music, something about Jamaica just makes me feel at home. The easygoingness, the love, the peace that everybody provides. And the music, man. I like to dance, so I like to move my shoulders and, eat my jerk chicken or my jerk fish and then get the movie, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
it's important to give back. I think coming down and like working with our youth, you know, and inspiring these kids have talent. You know, it's not just kids, and it also gives them something to look forward to, and to get them away from what they've been doing and what's been bothering them. And so, you know, I think if there was more programs like this, the world would be a better place.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
In keeping with their goal to promote education through athletics, the RuJohn Foundation hosts one of their annual sports camps at Kingston College.
Sports camp was basically to teach the kids the real fundamentals of the sports. We have NFL players, NBA players that come down, teach them how to play the sport, just the fundamentals. So the goal is to let them know that it's easy to apply yourself as long as you apply yourself.
The bachelors have adopted Kingston College for a very special reason.
My dad went to KC, and we made a track there. We donated that track there, and we called it after my dad's name.
Now that we have our synthetic track, the next challenge is a proper maintenance and upkeep so that we can maximize the lifespan and reduce wear and tear. The manufacturers have left instructions, I believe, as to how we can care and maintain for this track, and additional information can be found online about surfaces made of similar material. The cost of this track does not allow us to make it something that we can easily replace. So I cannot emphasize the importance of taking excellent care of it, as we have waited many years to get it. To be honest with you, I'm expecting some form of return on my investment, and that is that we have to win champs in 2018 and the next few years. KC has the support, we have the coaches and athletes to make this happen, so let's do it. Kudos to the KC Old Boys and others who have made contributions outside of the scope of the RuJohn Foundation. Your contribution were greatly appreciated and went towards a worthy project. I encourage other old boys to seek out projects that are personal of importance to them and KC. We should try to vary the source of funding so that we are not always going back to the same few selected old boys to complete the projects of our choice.
The track at KC has been a dream of mine for a very long time. And I remember stories of my dad telling me about how he used to run on a dirt track. And then decades later, I come to KC and I see the same exact track. And my thought was, if Jamaica produces the best athletes in the world with these training facilities, imagine what they can do if they have the proper training equipment. I just want to say that this project demonstrates that the Jamaican diaspora has not forgotten their roots. I want to thank all the KC Old Boys and everybody in America who helped. And I just want to encourage other, people from Jamaican heritage, Jamaican parents, Jamaican grandparents to give back to Jamaica. I also want to acknowledge Andre Blatch and Trey Oliver. Can you guys stand? I'm not going to call you up. I just want you guys to stand. They were major contributors to the track, and this track could not have happened without their large financial contributions. So I just want to thank you guys. And like my dad said, I hope that this is not the last major addition or change to KC. KC now has the tools to dominate in track and field. To all the track athletes,
You guys have no excuses. I need a win at Champs next year. Very serious. And possibly an invite from one of you guys to the next Olympics. Don't forget about me. But thank you, Daddy. This is for you. I hope you guys love it.
Coming up on Caring Hands.
The activities continue when the RuJohn Foundation takes a visit to Montego Bay for another sports camp.
Since we started, the numbers have been crazy. We started off with like small sports camps, maybe like 50, 75 people, and then we've grown to, you know, over 600 people at each sports camp.
Many students have gotten the opportunity to pursue higher education through scholarships funded by the RuJohn Foundation. Most of these scholars have stayed close to the foundation and continue to volunteer their time.
Joel was a scholarship recipient 2013, and now he's taken over. He's the biggest success story for the RuJohn.
Hi everybody, my name is Joel Nomdarkam. I'm one of the volunteers for the RuJohn Foundation. I was a scholarship recipient in 2013, and since then I've just been giving back my time for the last 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 4 years. I mean, it's an amazing foundation. It was an important part of my life, moving from high school to university, you know, getting that financial support that was so necessary and so needed. And I'm not the only person who benefited tremendously from the foundation, but you have a host of scholars who have gone on to pursue medicine, who have gone on to pursue business, marketing, several different degrees. So I think it's an amazing foundation, and what they're doing for the country is amazing as well, because the good part about it is that they're investing in students who are not necessarily going overseas, but investing in us to invest in Jamaica. If you get what I mean, like super excited, super important for development, and it's just really great to be a part of it. I heard about the foundation when I was in lower 6 at Kingston College. I remember Raven Simone coming to Jamaica. I was like, wait, why is Raven here? And then that's when I found out what the RuJohn Foundation really is, and since then I've just been giving my time, and then moving from lower 6 to upper 6, I realized that there was a scholarship opportunity as well with the foundation coming to Jamaica every year. So that's when I applied for the scholarship, because I couldn't have done it in lower 6. So I applied for it in upper 6, and I was awarded the Andre Blatch Leadership Award, which Andre Blatch is one of the basketballers that you know, he comes on the trips every year, hosts a basketball camp all the time. The most important part about it is that I get an opportunity to provide other students with the same opportunities that I got by speaking to them, letting them know that, okay, there are several opportunities a part of the foundation that you can seize. So actually seeing, you know, most of them getting those opportunities was good. For example, some of the scholarship recipients the year after me, Lenica Rowland, she was one of my mentees from high school. She went to the Queen's School and she became a scholarship recipient. John Luke Foster went to school with me at KC. He became a scholarship recipient. Maurice Fisher, all of those were people who looked up to me while I was head boy at KC, and to see them actually come on board and become volunteers and scholarship recipients, that's amazing. Some of the opportunities that also come, you know, you get to, this year I went to Los Angeles to the dodgeball tournament, which was my first time going to LA, going to Hollywood, all those fancy places, and it was as a result of being a part of the foundation. So I love that about it, but it's really the most important part that I love is seeing how much of an influence I can be to others and getting them on board as well. And I'm so looking forward to other youngsters becoming scholarship recipients in the future and benefactors of the foundation and its work. And there's no other school that the foundation could have been so close with. I mean, Byron Batchelor, who is the father of Andrew Batchelor, he went to Kingston College, he did tracks. I don't know if you guys realize that we got a new track from them. So the connection is really, really good, and I think it's important as well, because not only do we provide an opportunity for the Kingston College boys to participate, but we extend the reach to the surrounding schools. So for example, Georges would join us for the the camp. We have Denham Town. We had Denham Town this year joining us for the dancing camp. So it's important. The connection is really good. As I said before, KC is the #1 school. So there's no other school that could have been great facilitators of the RuJohn every year since 2003. So connection is good, and I think it's the most important connection. Yeah. One of the most important things about the foundation is that we're very active on social media, so we encourage people who are interested to become a part of the organization to like send us a DM, send us an email, tweet us, send us a message on Facebook. And one of the things is that we also have a host of volunteers participating during this time. So for example, because we have 2 camps, we have one in Kingston, one in Montego Bay. The lead volunteers would be the scholars, and they would get other people involved and on board. For example, right now we're at the Montego Bay Sports Camp, and most of the volunteers are persons who one of the lead volunteers, Aubrey Stewart, he got persons from the community, from the school who are interested in volunteering, and they're here helping us now for the dance camp, for the music workshop, acting workshop, all those workshops. So people can become involved with the organization. Just reach out to us, and we definitely need the help, because as you can see, a lot of kids are interested in the movement. So always welcome on board.
If you want to help out with the foundation, it's simple. You go on the website, RuJohnFoundation.com, and we have everything there. If you want to get involved, if you want to donate, help the cause, and yeah. If you want to start in your own country, it's simple. Just, go to the community shelter or wherever they have, and, talk to the owner and say, hey, I want to get involved, I want to donate. You could do during different holidays. If you want to do a food drive, get your friends together, get all the food together, and start giving out to the people who can't afford food.
The overall aim is just to impact as many lives as possible and in a meaningful way, and just to show people that there are different tools and different paths to success, and helping everyone find their different path. We have scholarship students, and we follow them throughout the years, not only in their education, but just helping them along in life just to make sure they succeed as successful adults. If you want to start your own foundation, I encourage volunteering first and just learning how the process works, and then following something that's in your passion. I mean, once you're passionate about something and you have a little bit of skills, you'll learn over time. So it's like start small wherever you can, and it'll definitely grow. When I started the foundation, I didn't think it would turn into this big thing, and it did. And, just follow your heart.
When I started in 2003, it was literally maybe just 10 of us, and now we've come down with 2 busloads. So I didn't see it coming like this, but yeah, it's huge, and it's amazing.
So my name is Daystorm Power. I've been with RuJohn for about 5 years now. I come out to teach the music class. This year was me, Dexter Darden, and Janina. We had an amazing class where we finished, taught them a lot of information, and we had them sing amazing spiritual and 5-part harmony. Every year come out is amazing. I love it. I think every year for me, I feel like it's getting larger and larger every year. I expected the kids to have a lot of energy, and they show improve every year. Every time I think they're going to give more, they give even more. So it's always beyond my expectations.
#1 series in the world.
#1 series in the world.
It's just important because I feel like this is my second home. I feel like these are where my roots come from, and I just want to give people the proper tools to succeed. Just as I was given the tools, like as I was growing up, I just want to make sure that everyone has the tools to succeed. It's always a great time. The kids always have a great time. Scholarship students always say they benefit from our ongoing involvement in their life, so I can't just pick one special moment. I think everything has just been really impactful and great.
Overall, it was a great success. I mean, we came in, we have the exercises, we have what we have that we thought we planned out, but it always goes a lot better. The kids are always happy, having a great time. It makes us have a great time when we see the kids having a great time.
And that concludes this interview. Goodbye.